All right, moving on. Jay-Z received the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award and gave a powerful yet shady acceptance speech surrounding the politics of the show. Jay-Z said this, referring to his wife, Beyonce. I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. And he added, so even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Some of you are going to go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. And some of you don't belong in the category. When I get nervous, I tell the truth. Were you guys here for Jay-Z's speech? Armand, we're going to you first on this one.
I definitely was here for Jay-Z's speech. Okay, so I mean, I'm here for him standing by his wife. I'm here for him having that power and that platform and not being afraid to speak, to power, because so many people think that, Jay-Z has a hand in, manipulating charts and, awards and the Grammys because of how powerful he is. So I'm glad that he went and spoke to power. Now, some people will say, Beyonce, you got 32 Grammy Awards, why are you begging for more awards? And I feel like, what? I don't care if I have 100. I want 101. I'm going against my peers. All the people in the room are successful. There's multi-Grammy winners in that place. So we're not talking about people like you and I that maybe, we just dream to be invited to the Grammys or dream to be, nominated. No, we're talking about people that this is their livelihoods. They put out a lot of work and dedication to this, and they should be rewarded as such. I don't give a darn if she's won 32 Grammys. If she's owed 33, give her that award. So I don't feel as though that there was anything wrong with him saying that. However, on the flip side, the fact that he did do that, he did discount anybody who would have won Album of the Year that night. So I think the only person that could have won and walked away with their head held high and their dignity is Taylor Swift. Had that been Janelle Monáe or Victoria Monet, she probably would have been leaving like, well, Jay-Z really doesn't think I deserve it. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift can be like, who gives a darn what Jay-Z's got to say? I'm Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? And move on. And she's used to people coming in and telling her that Beyonce should have had the moment over her. So I don't know. I'm on both sides of it. I agree, but I can also see how it can make other artists feel some type of way.
They're going to feel some kind of way, but what about Beyonce feeling some kind of way? All those Grammys, and I don't have Album of the Year, but you thought it's okay to give it to Taylor Swift 4 years to get it 4 times. Al, what do you think?
I didn't like it. I got to be honest with you. There's a part of his speech that I like. Anytime you touch on the politics of racism or discrimination or misrepresentation, which is the case here, because we know that the Recording Academy has over 15,000 members. However, the newer members, which are only 3,000, is where you're going to find a cluster of more women and Black people. And those new 3,000 don't have voting rights. So what happens in that case is you're going to continue to see the same people win over and over. Now, this is the rub for me. I just felt like this was an evening for the Black female artists, for the other artists, and for you to trump this win. Can you imagine? It took Victoria forever to win this Grammy. She's been in the game for 10 years. People like SZA and Coco, this is a big night for them. And for you to kind of brush that off or to trump it with your politics just kind of felt awkward for me. However, I do see why he thought it was necessary. But in his necessary speech, it would have been great for him to talk into what needs to change. And don't make it all about your wife. Make it about the change with the Recording Academy so that we see that hip hop, the most influential genre in the music on the planet, is respected more. Now, I'm a real huge person on protest. So if he really wanted to make a statement, he and Beyonce possibly or shouldn't have shown up. That would have been speaking more into the space of what he's trying to change than speaking into the space and ruining other people's nights.
I see you laughing, Armand. What do you think?
I disagree. Because I feel like if you're getting a prestigious award like that, that is when you say something. Like sometimes we get to these places where we don't show up, but many times, okay, we don't show up, but you still end up watching it anyway. No, you get up there and you say what you got to say, because you get one chance and one shot and you make that moment. And listen, to be honest, if I'm Jay-Z, I don't care about Victoria Monet. I don't care about any of those. I care about my family, my wife. She was snubbed. I'm talking about it. It is what it is. I'm sorry. You guys are great. Win your awards. But it's not about you. I'm taking this moment that they've made about me, and I'm going to let them know that my wife deserves this Album of the Year award. She's been busting her ass, and she deserves it. Stop giving it to the same people over and over again. And I stand behind them 100%.
Yeah, that's the best thing about this show. We can agree to disagree. I think when you win an icon award like that and you're making a statement, the statement should be about the issue and not about just an issue relating to your wife. Between the two of them, they've won 56 or maybe more than that, maybe 62 Grammys. So, take that time to speak into the problem that exists across the board and not just the problem that you and your wife are having.
But the good thing is,
go ahead.
The good thing is he didn't say a name, so it could be looked at as he was making a general conversation about a general statement about the issues. Definitely said that.
But really quick, it just kind of feels like that people. I understand what Al is saying is like the general problem, but I don't feel like that's really people's issue. I feel like people's issue is they feel like Beyonce has already enough awards, so why is she complaining? You know what I mean? I feel like that's really the root of people's problem, and they feel like, why is she complaining? She's already rich. She's already famous. She's won all these awards. And who cares? And I don't, even if Victoria Monet or any of these other girls they worked 15 years to get this one award. Oh, well, I'm deserving of this award. You'll get yours when you get it. It is what it is. I don't know.
You know what? It's so funny how you see two things in different ways, right? Because for me, the last album of the year, Grammy that went to a Black person was Lauryn Hill for females and Outkast for males, right? That was over 20 years ago. So I think the issue is how can we go 20 years without an African-American artist, male or female, not winning Album of the Year? So that's kind of where I'm landing with it. But I guess it's important to understand both sides of the coin.
I'm feeling a little bit of racism with Black girl. You got enough. Aren't you happy? Almost when Obama was president, it was like, you got your president. Stop complaining. Racism's over. No, if she's still bomb and still putting out the hits, she should. Renaissance is no way she should have got Album of the Year. I'm glad he said something. If not Jay-Z, then who?